Hey everybody, it's Trisha with Chocolate Musings, and I'm so glad that you're joining me for a Plan With Me video. We are setting up September and I plan on doing pretty minimal designs. This first page is a combination between my welcome page where it says, "Hello September, bring us something good before you fade away," and I've got the little tree branches where the leaves have fallen off. And it is like a monthly log as well, just a linear monthly log. So I'm going to get these set up and started. Let's do a little walkthrough before we get started, and so that you can see what's going to be coming. And then this page is my productivity and moods page, and then on the right hand side I will write in some goals. I plan on having two different mood trackers that are in the clear vinyl like I did in August. I really like the way that turned out, and so I'm going to bring that back, but I'm separating it into two different trackers. And then I've got my weekly pages, which you can see follow the same line with leaves and the trees, and it's really not a whole lot. I did create some productivity stickers I'm really excited to try out, and I'm going to include those in my productivity tracker. Hopefully I will get some motivation to back doing some things. It's been one of those times where if I get out of bed, it's a good day, and I'm sure that everybody knows how that's going right now. I did bring my one thought from the day. It's not necessarily one line per day because I might need to fill multiple lines, but it is one thought from the day. I really liked that from August. And you can see that I have a few that I still need to fill in, but overall I found that writing one line per day was very satisfying, and it made me feel like I had actually journaled. And this is my brain dump page. I decided to call it an idea bush, and where the ideas are growing through the light bulb. I kind of like that. And the next page is my long form journal page where I can actually write out more specifics on events or additional thoughts that I might have. So I'm going to get started. What I'm going to use is a Zebra Zensations technical drawing pen. I'll probably use those for most of the outlines. I like these pens because if I decide to add in watercolor afterward, they tend to be color fast. And so if I want to add the color later, it's no problem, even if I've already drawn the lines. You use a monthly log like a calendar to log the significant events during the month. You can write them in afterward or create a timeline of events. Sometimes I plan too much in a week, and this format helps me recognize those patterns. I'll list my kids' events on the top and the events only for me in the bottom section. I find that a monthly log, especially a horizontal one like this one, is not good for a calendar filled with events every single day. But when there are just a few, it creates an interesting visual effect. For the habit trackers, I'm using these semi-transparent vellum cutouts that I made, and then I will use some tape to adhere it to the page. On this page, I started out by trying to make the outlines of the leaves, and I really just wanted some more color blending with each of the leaves. And I was really pleased with the colors. I've had some issues with Tombow markers and even with Crayola markers seeping through in this notebook and creating bleed through to the opposite page, which I wasn't too pleased with. So these acrylic markers, you have to work very quickly, but they work very well in small batches. And they are the ones that I used to create the front of and blend in the front of this feather on the front page of my book here. And I'm really pleased with the result. It dries very quickly, so there's not a whole lot of drying time with it, and that's also why you do have to work very quickly, is because it doesn't have a whole lot of drying time. The other thing that I will do is I will choose some productivity colors and moods, maybe have them coordinate so that I can mark in my leaves. When I set up the circles, I thought about having like these leaves just coming out, and I really like just the surrounding wreath from the circle. And I laid out the circle, you know, traced it in. I used my Helix circle maker, and I just traced it around. And then I actually went and made marks off the page so that I would know where to draw the individual leaves, so that this leaf actually coordinates with this day. So September has 30 days, I have 30 leaves, and so that it'll coordinate with my habits and the day, so I know which day it's actually supposed to be indicating. And the same with the productivity. And since the vinyl is a little bit see-through, I did draw some that go down into underneath the habit tracker. And what I'd like to make sure that I do is that I use kind of an opaque marking on this, or not an opaque, a kind of a transparent, so that I can see through to the leaves behind it. There's not too many that are behind it, but there's some. Whoops. Always do that. Always, always, always. So this is why This is why I keep a drawer full of this correction tape. Alrighty, it is time for the final flip through. I love the color blends on some of these pages. There are some weeklies that I like better than others, but here's to trying some new layouts. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe and the like button.